Hey yo, what up, fans of the fucking sport? This is Lemek with Selah Sports TV back at it again. Chill, man. That was some fight, huh? Heavyweight undisputed championship fight down in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, between Gypsy King Tyson Fury and Oleksandr Usyk. Uh, Excellent fight, excellent fight. I thought it was fought at a high level for the most part. I've seen both guys fight better, but I thought they were matched pretty well in this fight. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about the fight. What did I see? Well, first, the elephant in the room. Yeah, we called for a mauling by Tyson Fury. We that's what we were calling for. We almost got it, right? But Fury kind of took his foot off the gas there. But we'll talk about it. Let's get there. Gonna peel this thing apart. Um, Man, Oleksandr Usyk is one hell of a fighter, man. Oleksandr Usyk is one hell of a fucking fighter. Now he ain't necessarily my cup of tea style wise, stylistically. No, not my. But fuck that. It ain't about. It ain't about that. You know what I mean? It's about what he can do with his ability, and he can do quite a bit with it. He can do quite a bit with his skill set. Quite a bit. Quite a fucking bit. Um, as the fight began, I was very shocked to see Tyson Fury come out on his back foot. Didn't like it. I didn't understand why he did that. I mean, I take that back. I think I understand why he did it. I just don't like the strategy. Like, be the big guy from start to finish. Like, don't get this guy any. I just wouldn't give him any inkling that he could push me back. I'll just have to make him prove that. But that's what Tyson Fury chose to do. He chose to come out on his back foot, move around a little bit, and he got hit with some good shots. He got hit with a very good shot in that first round by Usyk, and Usyk took the first round. Now, for me, after that first round, I gave Tyson Fury like the next 5 rounds, right? I gave Tyson Fury the next 5 rounds, but that even though he won those rounds, it still wasn't enough. In my mind, it wasn't enough. Why? Because in my fight prediction, I said that Fury was going to have to take something out of this guy early. Like, he was going to have to take something out of him early, or he's going to have to deal with this kangaroo bullshit later. Right? If you notice, my thumbnails, like, everything means something. I don't just, everything has a meaning. Like, uh, yeah, how check my links, man. If you want to step up your thumbnails, go ahead and holler at the company Thumbnail Kings. I think they do a great job. But anyway, you're gonna have to take something out of Usyk early, or you're gonna have to deal with that guy late, right? A guy jumping around you, punching, moving constantly, wearing you out, stressing you out with his feet. You got to beat that out of him. And the only chance you have to do that, especially as a guy with Tyson Fury's size, right? You got to do it early. So I don't understand the tactic of coming out on your back foot. But let's drop that, because Tyson Fury didn't fight poorly. I thought he fought a good fight. I thought he fought excellent at times, right? Uh, Tyson Fury played around too much early in the fight. Too much playing, too much showboating, too much, just a little too much. I like the idea of showboating, show that you're in control, and he was doing that. He was doing that. He was definitely doing that. But I thought there were times when he hit Usyk with some good shots, but he was too busy fucking playing around, right? Too busy making faces to recognize that he had that guy buzzed a little bit, little mini buzzes, and then he had him buzz real good and still let him off the hook, right? So those rounds that Tyson Fury was winning, he was just winning the rounds. It's not like he wasn't dominating. He really wasn't hurting him. He did hurt Usyk. He hurt Usyk bad in the 5th round. Hurt Usyk bad in the 5th round. This is the second time we've seen Usyk get hurt pretty bad and then switch it on in the very next round. So we see what type of guy he is. The guy's a dog. His style is not very doggish. His style is more like, this disgusting animal here that jumps around, looks like a half man, half beast type thing. That I hate kangaroos, bro. I hate them. Anyway, he doesn't come across as a dog, but he is. He is, because you're gonna wear him down, or he's gonna wear you down. You wear him down, or he's gonna wear you out. We've seen it time and time again. The same thing happens every fucking fight. Now, I will say this. Usyk complains way too much for my taste, man. Way too fucking much, man. He complained. Usyk had about 7 or 8 complaints in this fight to the referee, right? To me, that's just ridiculous. And the things he was complaining about were very marginal. Very marginal. Like the shots, they weren't hard. He was just getting touched. The shot might have been a little bit low. He might have got hit on the back of the head one time, and it wasn't even a hard shot. And he's like, ooh, crying about it and shit. Like, and you could even hear the crowd telling him, stop complaining. People were telling him, stop fucking. That's how much he was complaining early in this fight. When he was getting his ass kicked a little bit, and Tyson Fury was all over him. But Tyson Fury, man, he should be kicking himself. He should be really kicking himself in this fight. He had that guy, like, he was fighting great. He was fighting great. When he got on his front foot, he was doing damage to Usyk. And I don't know if maybe he got tired, right? Because that's what Usyk does. He's gonna make you think every second, even if you are on the front foot. But if you want to get on the back foot, you're gonna be exhausted, because he's gonna give you the foot feints, the hand feints. He's gonna be doing all types of shit, and his hand speed is crazy, right? But yeah, that 5th round, Tyson Fury fought a perfect 5th round. I mean, he started mauling him. He started to maul him. And everything was A-okay for the guy until he got that cut. When he got cut, the whole fight kind of changed. I don't know if it was because he was hurt or if it was because he got a little nervous, right? But why would you get nervous? You're up. You're winning the fight. So if the fight stops on cuts, who gives a fuck? Who gives a fuck? But, I get it. Like, sometimes fighters get locked in, and you're in the middle of a fight, so you're not even thinking about that. But it's the job of a corner to kind of remind the guy these things. Like, all right, you got cut, but guess what? It's the 6th round, buddy. It's the 6th round. At that moment, Tyson Fury was, going into the 6th round. Tyson Fury was up 5-1. Right? Now, the problem is he didn't win another round. Tyson Fury didn't win another round until the 12th. I gave him the 12th round. Right? But that second half of the fight was your typical Usyk fight, right? He's ramping up because you didn't take enough out of him. He's speeding up. He's speeding up the tempo, stressing you out, wearing you out, all with his feet. But then Usyk, wow, that 9th round, man. He hit Tyson Fury with a shot that he didn't see, and he had Tyson Fury all over that ring. And it probably would have been better if Tyson Fury would have just went down, collected himself, right? But it's like he's stumbling all over the ring, doing everything to stay up. And I'm like, bro, go down. If you keep doing that, you're going to get the referee's going to jump in there and stop it. Right? That's what happened. You can't, you got to, I just don't understand. I expected more intellect. Right? I expected more intellect. Same thing with the in the Devin Haney fight. I get it. Ryan Garcia cheated. We all know Ryan Garcia is a cheating piece of shit. All that. Cheated in several ways. He cheated with the weight, cheated with the Ostarine, cheated with IVs, and that's just the shit we know about. Who knows what else he did? He probably snorted a couple lines. Who knows what he did, right? But Devin Haney still could have won that fucking fight. If Devin Haney don't get dropped, this is how good Devin Haney was fighting this guy. If Devin Haney don't get that last knock, if he doesn't go down the third time, he wins the fight. Even going down twice. Because he won all the other rounds. He won all the other rounds. Right? So, back to this fight. Usyk, man, it's just hard to explain, honestly. When I looked at this fight, I did not foresee him dropping Fury. I didn't foresee him even hurting him at all. At all. So this idea that Tyson Fury is this, super durable guy, Tyson Fury is very chinny. All right? Tyson Fury's chinny. We got to just go ahead and say that. He's been down on the canvas more than most other fighters. I think he's been down like 8 times. Right? That's a lot. Now, he ain't been knocked out, but shit, that fight easily could have been knockout in the 9th round. If this fight isn't what it is, right? If it's not what it is with the magnitude and everything, if it's just some domestic brawl, right? That fight ends in the 9th round. I didn't see that. That's why I love the sport, man. Because it's not about... See, I don't look at this like you fanboys. You fanboys is like... Y'all look at this shit like it's the NFL or basketball or some shit like, oh, this is my team. I picked that team, so I got to go with this team. That's my team, and it's all about my team, and or my fighter, it's my fighter. Like, this ain't that, man. This is about the sport, right? This is about the sport. Like, fights like, I think about fights like, I can't think right now. I think about fights like Tito versus Vargas, right? When Tito and Vargas fought. See, a lot of y'all, like if the internet was like a thing back then and chat boards and all that, like y'all would have been saying, oh, they trash. They both got, they ain't got no defense. They get knocked down. No. That's what boxing is. Knockdowns happen. When grown men are fighting, a knockdown is bound to happen. Right? It doesn't mean guys are trash. Somebody take a loss. It don't mean somebody is trash. See, all that shit, all that bullshit came with Mayweather. All that bullshit came with Floyd Mayweather. Oh, Floyd Mayweather, he don't get knocked down. He don't lose. And yeah, because he fights a certain way. Well, he started fighting a certain way. I don't want to disrespect him because, look, when he was Pretty Boy Floyd, he was right there in the mix, getting knockouts. But that ain't the guy that it seemed like everybody wanted to emulate. Everybody wanted to emulate the other one. The other version. But I digress, man. I digress. I do want to say this. That 12th round, we got to make the 12th round great again in boxing, right? The 12th round should not be irrelevant. The 12th round shouldn't be irrelevant. Now, I'm going to preface what I'm saying by saying that I don't have a problem with Usyk getting split decision victory, right? I don't have a problem with Oleksandr Usyk getting a split decision victory tonight. I don't. But I also want to say this. I had that fight. I had Usyk up 6-5 going into the 12th round. Right? Usyk went on a run. He was down 5-1, and somehow going into the 12th, he was up 6-5. I mean, not somehow. We saw what he did, right? But I thought Fury won the last round. I thought Fury won that last round. I thought that fight looked like a draw to me. To me, it looked like a draw. You know. But Usyk was able to come away with the split decision victory. Tyson Fury, one judge gave him the 114, 113, and the other couple judges had it 115, 112 for Usyk, right? I got no problem with that. But we're gonna have to get this war in we're gonna have to get this war in Ukraine ended, man. Like that I think there is I don't really like that Tyson Fury said it at that moment after the fight. I don't really like it. It comes across as kind of like a poor sport a little bit, right? Kind of like a poor sport. But he did mention, the war and Ukraine, and he's basically saying that's why they gave them the victory. And I think there is some of that at play. I think it's some of that going on. Absolutely. I don't know why, because his country is at war, that he has to get decisions in boxing. I don't, in favorable conditions in boxing. I don't understand the correlation. Like, what happens to his country at war if he takes a loss? Does something gonna happen? Or, like, I don't understand why it's so important for everyone to support his country, right? But still, with that said, I didn't like the timing of Tyson Fury. See, I'm saying it because I'm a YouTuber, so different. Tyson Fury, you're in the ring, you fought that man. Just, I'd prefer that you don't say that, especially not at that time, right? Especially not at that time. I don't think a fighter, in a fight that close, I don't think a fighter is qualified to say whether he won or lost, right? You're not qualified, because if you were, you probably would have done some things differently. You probably would have done the things it took to not have the fight be that close in the first place. I go back to that 5th round. He had Usyk buzzed like a motherfucker. And he's like still profiling and trying to look cute, and he's touching his face and doing this and doing. I'm like, bro, jump on this motherfucker, man. Jump on this motherfucker. Like, that was his moment to do what he did to Wilder, because Usyk was ready to go. Usyk was ready to go. I want to say it's the 5th round. It could have been the 6th. Whatever round it was, I'm gonna have to watch it again. Usyk was ready to go. But Tyson Fury, man, you like too much playing around. You played with your food. You can't play with your food against this guy. He plays an energy game. Usyk plays an energy game. And yeah, I did say that Usyk he's not necessarily in the hurt business. I think Usyk he stepped a little bit more into the hurt business tonight. I think he really has a natural dislike for Tyson Fury, right? I think he really just don't like him. So he was really in there trying to hurt Tyson Fury, and he ended up hurting him. Tyson Fury had him hurt as well, but he just didn't. I thought that he would be the one with the killer instinct, and he wasn't. Not tonight. Not tonight. So, hey, great performance by both fighters, but a great win by Oleksandr Usyk. He deserved every part of it, right? We do have a rematch coming up. I ain't gonna lie, I was kind of pulling for Fury as well, because I wanted to see the AJ fight, which it could still happen, right? It could still happen, especially if Fury loses again. But I'm gonna tell you what, Fury, you almost have to win this next fight, bro. And you talked a lot of shit to AJ. You lost to a blown up middleweight. Yeah, blown up middleweight. Well, see? Do you see? You got knocked down by Ngannou, and you lost to a blown up middleweight. I expected more. I expected more fighting out of Tyson Fury, but he was in there boxing. He was in there boxing and moving and shit. Wasn't expecting that. Wasn't expecting that. But hey man, shout out to Oleksandr Usyk, new undisputed heavyweight champion, and we'll get ready for the next fight in October. Hopefully, that fight can just go ahead and happen in October. I mean, it should. Like, Fury got paid something like $100 million. Fury got like $100 million. I think Oleksandr Usyk I think he got like $35 million. Like, they should be ready to get back in the ring in October. They're at the twilight of their careers anyway. If you can make $200 million in what? Within, I ain't doing the math, but within 8 months, that's a pretty good year, I'd say. That's fuck you money, right? That's fuck you money. I don't know how the deals work. Like, I don't know if the ratio changes now that Usyk won. I'm not sure how that works. I'm not sure if the shit was already locked in place. I'm not sure. But Usyk is a fucking road warrior, man. The guy mentally is a steel trap. Mentally, that guy is put together. You know, none of Tyson Fury's games, none of his mind games were a factor. None of his mind games worked. Right? Tyson Fury, something happened. Once he got that cut, he went away from what was working. It was parts in that first 5 or 6 rounds, he was dogging Usyk. Dogging him. Had him complaining about every body shot. Soon as he saw that blood coming out of his eye, everything changed. And I didn't expect that. I thought you was ready to go to hell, bro. I thought he was ready to go to hell. You know what I mean? But anyway, that's all I got. If you like the video, bang off on that like button one time. Peace.